chase dreams,
and all of professional wrestling.
hunt goals.
FTR!
In 2020,
Johnny Cage!
it's been one shocking appearance after another.
How about that for a shocker?
Who's going to create the next big moment?
AEW presents Full Gear. Live Saturday, November 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on pay-per-view.
After what was a decent but overall not so good pay-per-view, especially with the whole Matt Hardy situation, AEW is back with their next pay-per-view, AEW Full Gear, this Saturday night. And guys, I don't know about you, but I am excited for November the 6th. I think this pay-per-view is going to be one of AEW's best pay-per-views. And no, not one of their best. Their best pay-per-view of this year alone. Okay, I'm being dead serious. You know, because when you look at this card, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm fucking invested. I cannot wait for Saturday night, basically. Because despite the Orange Cassidy match, really the Orange Cassidy match, and to an extent Cody versus Darby Allin, all these other matches are on the main card. Or one of these matches could main event. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised if any of those matches be the main event, honestly. Even though I think the heavyweight championship's gonna main event the show. You know, but you know, FTR and the Young Bucks could main event the show. Kenny and Hangman, well, I don't think they're gonna main event the show. MJF and Jericho could possibly main event the show. So one of those matches could possibly main event the show. So yeah, man. So we're gonna get started into these AEW Full Gear predictions, people. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, show you guys some love, and let's get things started. We got the first match, Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. Not going to be anything too special. I feel like Orange Cassidy, you know, I don't know what they really were doing with him. Since his feud with Jericho, like after his feud with Jericho, I mean, he's still putting on great matches, but, you know, he's not that, you know, fucking main eventer. But then again, you know, some people don't think Orange Cassidy is that main eventer. They look at him as that mid-card title holder, basically. But I got Orange winning this one. I think this would be a pretty cool match. Obviously, John Silver's over, especially if you watch him on Being the Elite every Monday on the Being the Elite channel. Obviously, you love John Silver. You think John Silver is a national treasure. I think John Silver's pretty cool in the ring. I think he's pretty good. You know, very muscular, you know, funny. Sometimes I can't take him seriously because you're part of this cult group that I'm supposed to take seriously, but then on Monday you guys are acting like a fucking fool, but then on Wednesday you're on national TV and I'm supposedly have to take it seriously, but after that skit that you did on Monday, how am I supposed to take you seriously on Dynamite? If that makes any sense to anyone watching this video. The next match will be I'm not going to talk about the women's match. I'll get the matches that are not for the titles out of the way with. MJF versus Chris Jericho. And like I said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if this match is the main event. Dude, you know, MJF is a star. You know, let's be real. You know, you may not like MJF, you may love MJF, but you have to admit this dude is the future of AEW. You know, and I keep saying this, the fact that he's putting on these great segments, he's cutting these great promos, he's putting on these great, decent matches. The dude's a star, you know what I mean? The dude's a star. And he's in a great company that's going to build him up as a star. And if you didn't think MJF is a future star in his company, then this match is most likely going to show you why MJF is a future world champion, why he is a future main eventer, and why All Out, even though he lost, ain't gonna be the last time you see MJF in the main event for a while. Here's what I think was gonna happen. So, this is my official prediction. I think what's gonna happen. MJF's gonna win the match, and he's gonna join the Inner Circle, but either during the match there's a ref bump and the Inner Circle come in and they attack Chris Jericho and they turn on Jericho, or after the match they turn on Jericho. Either way, I kind of have this feeling that the Inner Circle is going to turn on Jericho, and Jericho is going to turn officially babyface and feud with the Inner Circle and MJF, because I know everyone loves heel Jericho. I love heel Jericho. I love what he did in New Japan with the Painmaker gimmick, but you can't be a heel forever. You got to turn face. And Jericho, we all saw when he was a face in WWE, he was pretty damn entertaining. So heel, face, tweener, Jericho's still going to be the same old Jericho that we all know and love. He's still going to come out in Judas that everyone in the whole fucking arena sings. And if that doesn't already show you how much of a babyface Jericho kind of is, then I don't know what the hell is. It's going to, they're going to show you that Jericho is clearly turning babyface. So, yeah, I'm interested to see, Jericho babyface in AEW. So, yeah, that's who I got winning that match. Now, the next match will be the AEW World Championship title tournament finals match between Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. And, they've been doing that slow build. I know a lot of people they've been saying that, this build is slow. What the fuck is taking so long? Give it some time. Give it some time. I know some people may not love this slow burn, but if it's done right, it's gonna work well. And I think they are working it up. They're building the Kenny Omega heel turn so that when Kenny fully turns heel, when Kenny fully turns back into the cleaner, then the payoff's going to be amazing. So this is going to be a great match. Kenny's obviously going to win. And who knows, maybe after the match, Kenny will most likely officially turn heel and officially beat the shit out of Hangman and officially bring back the cleaner. And the rest is history. Well, not yet history, but if you catch my driggity drift. So I got Omega winning this one. The next match. Now we're moving into the championships, because championship matches are important. Anyways, so we got the AEW Women's Championship on the line as Hikaru Shida defends her championship against Nyla Rose. This is, the rematch from All Out. Shida defeated Nyla Rose in the no DQ match at All Out and won. And honestly, guys, Nyla's going to win the title back. When Rio first won the title, she didn't really have a good reign. You know what I mean? When Nyla won the title, she had a boring-ass reign. When Shida won the title, she had a boring reign. The only thing special that I don't know about you, but that I was invested with Hikaru Shida with the AEW World title when she had that little program with Thunder Rosa, because Thunder Rosa is talented as hell. Thunder Rosa is amazing. So this just goes to show that the AEW women's division needs a lot of building up to do. They need a lot of, you know what I mean? So, they're talented, but they just got to do better. The AEWs, they got to focus a lot on the AEW women's division, you know, because all these three women have not had a good reign, and hopefully Nyla, her second reign, could be just as good as the first one. Or maybe they need to put the title on Britt Baker, and then Britt Baker hopefully can finally bring prestige to the championship. Because right now, that AEW Women's Championship don't feel any special to me. And even though Nyla has Vicky Guerrero, with the way they're treating this women division, maybe, just maybe, Nyla Rose's second reign is not good. But hopefully, it is good. And she does have a good reign with the title. So yeah, I got Nyla Rose winning this one. All right, the next match. We got the TNT Championship on the line. Cody will be defending it against Darby Allin, man. And before I get to this whole Darby Allin versus Cody, I just want to say, obviously I heard the news. Everyone's heard the news. Cody has his name back. His full name, as in Cody Rhodes. The WWE has decided to give up the Cody Rhodes thing, and Cody officially has it, which is why if you saw Dynamite last night, Cody mentioned about how he left the Empire and he won, you know. And also, in that promo, because Cody was calling himself the Ace, and it got me thinking, and you can, you know, answer this in the comment section, but is it just me, or was Cody calling himself the Ace was kind of a shot at Tanahashi from New Japan? Because we all know that Tanahashi in New Japan calls himself the Ace. Isn't that weird that Cody calls himself the Ace, and there's rumors that New Japan and AEW can potentially have a relationship? Just throwing it out there. You know, hell, it could be a rhetorical question if you want. Just throwing that out there. But Cody gets his name back, cool. If Cody decides to use Cody Rhodes again, awesome, great for him. If he decides to not use still use Cody, cool. It's not going to change the fact Cody's still a decent and cool wrestler, and yeah, ain't shit going to change. Now, they've been rumoring it up, you know, especially with Sting, because recently the WWE has dropped all Sting merchandise, and that just fueled the fire that Sting might be joining AEW and potentially, you know, becoming Darby Allin's manager. And honestly, if Cody does turn heel this Saturday night, you know, he's beating up Darby after the match, he's killing him, and Sting shows up. You know, he shows up with the bat, he's pointed at Cody, and Cody and Arner's leaving the arena like a bunch of bitches, basically. That could possibly be arranged. But, in my personal opinion, I love Sting to death. I think Sting is a legend in the wrestling business. I think he's one of the greatest WCW wrestlers of all time. But Darby Allin, in my personal opinion, does not need Sting as his manager, because Darby Allin has shown that he can do shit all on his own. You know what I mean? And yeah, don't get me wrong, having Sting being there is cool, you know, especially with the sense that Cody stated in a few interviews back that, oh yeah, Darby Allin to me is like the next Sting. And I'm like, dude, that's cool and all, but why are we trying to make Darby Allin the next Sting? Why are we trying to make him as the next Jeff Hardy? Why can't Darby Allin be the one and only Darby Allin? Build Darby Allin up as his own star and not let him recreate moments that we already saw with Jeff Hardy and Sting. Let Darby Allin be his own person, bro. Darby Allin can cut good promos. The dude's charismatic. Dude got very good vignettes. We've seen it with Steve-O and Tony Hawk. The fucking dude's talented as hell. You don't need a fucking manager, in my personal opinion. Anyways, so I got Cody winning that one. Now we got the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line as FTR and the Young Bucks defend FTR defends their championships against the Young Bucks, and I believe Tully Blanchard is banned from ringside. But the big catalog of this is that it's basically the same stipulation as Cody. It's just reversed now with the Young Bucks. But if the Young Bucks do not win tag team championships, they will never challenge for the AEW titles, tag team titles again. Now this is a little bit interesting because I heard some insight from Wrestling Inc. I don't know if it's actually true or not, but I think it is. I don't know. Matt Jackson actually is coming into the match with a legitimate injury. Like a legitimate injury. Like we've all been seeing him sell the injury, but the injury is actually real, and Matt is just playing it off as selling the injury, but it's actually real. Now, my personal opinion, hopefully this injury doesn't affect the match. Obviously, this is the big tag team match that many fans have been waiting on. You know, like I've been waiting on it. Obviously, we've been waiting on it. You know, what the Young Bucks and FTR said in those tweets a few years ago were true, that one day that they were going to wrestle each other and everyone will rejoice. We are literally 48 hours away from the big tag team dream match happening, and when that bell rings, the whole wrestling community, especially with these two fan bases, are going to be rejoicing. They're going to be standing up, doing the old NXT shit, clapping their hands and shit when the big moves happen, because they're going to rejoice because this tag team dream match is happening. But it's going to be a great match. But I think the Young Bucks are going to win, because unless something crazy happens in the match, the injury is just as severe, and Matt needs surgery, praying to God that he doesn't, and then they win the titles and then vacate it the next week on Dynamite. But if FTR wins, then the Young Bucks will never challenge for those titles again, and they'll just pull a Cody and create their own AEW TNT tag team titles. I got the Young Bucks winning this one. It's gonna be a great match, but in the end, Young Bucks winning. So now moving on from that, in my personal opinion, this match should be the main event. Like I said, if FTR and Young Bucks, if they're the main event, if MJF versus Jericho the main event, cool. But I think this match should close out the show, because you can feel it, even though they're fucking good buddies in real life. But when I look at this storyline, man, you can feel the animosity. You can feel the aroma in the air. You can just feel the hate, the blood that's spewing. These two men are going to go into Full Gear this Saturday night and beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. These motherfuckers are going to come out slugging. When this night is over, you're going to see nothing but chaos, mayhem, wreckage all over Daly's place. Because it is. I didn't know, I'll admit this, I didn't know who Eddie Kingston was before he came to AEW. But after he had that match with Cody, when he cut that promo on Cody, I was like, yo, man, who the hell is this dude? I like this dude. So then as I went on the internet, and I studied him more, and I watched more of his matches, and I saw what the promos he cut, I was like, and he's a part of AEW, this is a good signing by AEW. This guy is the real deal. And that real deal is Eddie Kingston. For crying out loud, this motherfucker cut a promo on Sour Patch Kids. And there were literally people saying, you know what? I might go to Walmart and buy me some Sour Patch Kids. Why? Because of Eddie Kingston. Kingston made this feud seem real. It made it seem intense. And you got to give Moxley credit, man. You know, for what he said last night with the whole, oh yeah, I gave a promise to your mother, you know, that I was going to help you. I was going to protect you. And I guess I didn't keep my promise. And Eddie just saying, come on, like, kill me now, do me now. You know, this is real. Amazing. Just amazing. This match is going to be big. This match is going to be huge. Even though Eddie Kingston is going to lose this match, he's going to say, I quit. It's just going to be real, and it's going to get you like, damn. And who knows? You know, we saw Pac make, you know, his vignette, his promo, and Pac originally had Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix. Who knows? Pac, you know, he made his promo and everything. Who knows? Pac might come out, attack Eddie Kingston, get revenge on you taking his faction away from him while he was out in quarantine, in hiding. It's going to be a great pay-per-view, man. This is going to be a great show. I can't wait for Saturday night. Trust me, man. I know a lot of people were pissed off at All Out, but you need to watch Full Gear this Saturday. You need to watch it because this card is fucking amazing, and this is going to be AEW's biggest pay-per-view of the year, y'all. Trust me on that. And hopefully it will be. Because if it ends up being a sham, which it's not, then I'm going to be really pissed off. Because I literally sat here in this review praising AEW, giving them the ups. And, you know, so hopefully this Saturday night they don't bring my stock down and don't make me go on a rant talking about how the show sucked. So, but I have faith in AEW. I have faith in pro wrestling. So, alright, guys. So, I just made a fucking error. But that's okay. Because I just realized I was making that error while I was editing my video. There was one match that I forgot to mention that will be taking place on the card. Was the Elite Deletion cinematic match between Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy. These guys have been fucking feuding for months now. And this, in my personal opinion, this might officially be it should be the end of their feud. No ifs, ands, or buts. These guys have been going at it for months. Matt Hardy has to move on. Sam has to move on. This is it. So, Hardy's winning this one. In my opinion, you know. And yeah, so I got Matt Hardy winning this one. All right, guys. So, yeah.